In just 2 steps, let's understand how to find out square root of any perfect squares. The point to remember here is we have to know the squares of 1 to 10. So 1 square is 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 6 square 36, 7 square 49, 8 square 64, 9 square 81 and 10 square 100. Now if you notice, an important thing here is that square of 1 and square of 9 always ends with the digit 1, with the number 1. And the square of 2 and square of 8 always ends with the number 4. Square of 3 and square of 7 always ends with the number 9. Square of 4 and square of 6 always ends with the number 6. Now this is most important thing. Okay. Let's have a look at an example. Let's say we want to find a square root of the number 7921. So first we'll divide it into 2 groups. The first group will take the last 2 digits. Since it is a square, we are going to take last 2 digits. And in the second group, we'll group the remaining numbers. Now we'll check the first group. The last digit is 1. So we know from our point that if it is ending with 1, so the second digit of the answer will either be 1 or 9, since the square of 1 or 9 ends in 1, right? So we got our second digit. Now let's look at the first digit. For this, the group is 79. And we know that 79 lies between the squares of 8 and 9, which is 64 and 81, right? So 79 is a number which comes between the square of 8 and 9, right? Remember, we have to remember the squares of 1 to 10. So 79 comes between 8 square and 9 square. So we will always take the lower number. Since it is coming between 8 and 9, we'll take the lower number, which is 8. So the first digit of our answer is 8. And we are still not sure of the second digit. It can be either 1 or 9, right? So for this, there is one more step. So for this, we have to take the product of the two numbers which we derived here. The number 8 and the number 9, right? Because 79 comes between the square of 8 and 9. So we are going to take the product of 8 and 9 and we are going to compare it with the number 79. So 8 9s are 72. So we have to decide, we have to take 1 or 9, right? So since this number is greater, 79 is greater than 72, we'll take the greater number, which is 9 in this case, right? So our final answer will be 89. I hope this is clear. Let's take another example. So if we want to find square root of 6084, we'll first divide it into two groups, the last two digits and the remaining numbers. Now for the first group, we'll check the last digit, which is number 4. So the second digit of our answer will either be 2 or 8. Why? Because the square of 2 and 8 always ends in 4. Now for the second group, the number is 60. And 60 lies between the squares of 7 and 8. That is between the numbers 49 and 64. Right? So our answer will be the smaller number, which is 7. And for the second digit, we have to decide whether it will be 2 or 8. So for this, we will compare 60 with the product of 7 and 8, that is 7 8s are 56. Now since 60 is also bigger than 56, we'll take the bigger number, which will be 8. So our answer is 78. In case these two numbers are equal, then we'll always take the greater number. Let's take one more example. So 34225. Let's divide this into two groups, last two digits and the remaining digits. Now for the first group, the last digit is 5. So the second digit of our answer is 5, since square of 5 ends in 5. Now for the second group, the number is 342, right? And 342 lies between the square of 18 and 19. That is between 324 and 361. So the second group of our answer would be the smaller number, which is 18 and 5. There is no need to compare here because we know that the first group answer is directly 5. And so the final answer is 185. Now there is one more method. For this we are using the logic of squaring of a number ending with 5. So let's say we want to find the square of 35. So 35 square is 1225. How I got it so quickly? Let's see. We'll divide this number in two groups. The last digit, which is 5, and then in the second group we'll take the remaining numbers. Now the first group, the number is 5. So the last two digits of our answer would be 25, which is nothing but 5 square. Okay, so we got our answer. We are finding the square, right? So we got our answer to this first part. Now for the second part, for the second group, we are going to group the remaining numbers. Now in this particular case, we have only the number 3. So what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply 3 by its next number. So in this case, it will be 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12. Okay, so our answer is 12 and 25. So 1225. So similarly, if we want to find square of, let's say, 85. So I know 8 nines are 72. So 72 and 5 square is 25. So my answer would be 7225. Again, let's say we want to find square of 65. So 6 sevens are 42 and 25. So answer would be 4225. Clear? Now using the method 2, let's find out the square root of the same number which we used in our previous example. 7921 lies between the square of 80 and 90. So we know 8 square is 64 and 9 square is 81. So 80 square will be 6400 and 90 square will be 8100. Right? Now 7921 will come between these two numbers. Right? Now we'll find the middle number also, which is ending with 5. So in this case, it will be 85 because 85 comes between 80 and 90. Right? So 85 square will be 8 nines are 72 and 5 square, which is 25. So we know 85 square is also 7225. Right? Now we'll identify in which group this number 7921 will come. Will it come between 6400 and 7225, or will it come between 7225 and 8100? Right? So in this case, it will come between 7225 and 8100, which is nothing but square of 85 and 90 square. Right? So we know our square root will be somewhere between 85 and 90. Now we also know that since this number is ending with 1, the second digit of the square root will either be 1 or 9. Right? So in this case, it cannot be 81 because it is coming between 85 to 90. So it will be 89. Correct? So final answer is 89. So you can use any of these methods to find the square root of a number. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to our channel for many more exciting and learning videos. Also, you can check the link given in the description box for our website. Keep learning to keep winning. Thank you.